we spoke about how that the party was sorry and had regrets for the mistakes that were made in government. Is that sort of apology season over now, or would you subscribe to Michael McGrath's statement this morning where he said, yeah, the party accepts mistakes were made, but now we need to hold the current government to account on the mistakes that they are making?
Well, I think we you don't keep on repeating last year's speech every year, and obviously situations move on and evolve. I think what I've said critically in that regard is that we never forget to learn the lessons of the mistakes that were made, and never forget to learn the lessons of the past. But the real issue then is, in learning the lessons of the past, we have to resolve to do things right into the future. And the first issue there is reform of the political system. I mean, people genuinely thought that politics was going to change after the last general election. As we learned last night from independent analysts, that simply has not happened in terms of fundamental political reform. So it's not as if the experience of the past or mistakes made in the past are forgotten about and just compartmentalized into speeches. It has to be an ongoing dynamic whereby we inform that experience into the future. Now, when I knock on doors and when I engage with people, their focus is very much on the issues of the day as they affect them, whether it's a mortgage arrear, whether it's jobs, whether it's kids gone abroad, whether it is can I put my kids through college. Those are the kind of issues that people are seeking answers on, and they're very much focused on solutions and on future prospects.
Just refreshing myself on your budgetary proposals for this year. You were actually calling for 350 million worth of pay cuts from the public sector payroll. Would you still subscribe to that figure if you think the government is undershooting them by only going for 300 million? And why haven't you been highlighting that figure when you've been so critical of the government's stance on Croke Park?
Well, you're very well aware of the figures. So
I am, yeah, but I haven't heard you mention. But I haven't heard you mention that you actually wanted more pay to be taken out of payroll.
I was on Clear Burn last Monday night and we discussed that issue. And yeah, we did say that there would have to be savings in the public service. I mean, we made no secret of that. We also said that there should be income tax rises above 100,000 per annum. So we put forward costed and credible proposals. Obviously, since then, by the way, things have improved in terms of both the debt situation and in terms of the budgetary situation. I was listening to Alan Ahern and other economists at the committees during the week, for example, identifying a bit better room for manoeuvre, shall I say, in terms of budgetary issues. But there would still have to be savings in the public service in the order of 300 million, and I think we accept that. We believe that's important that happens. However, we think the government should re-engage with the unions. We do not agree with the way they approach this. I think it's a very traditionalist, old-style approach of counting numbers, and that if they're the main unions on side, we could isolate others. And I think the frontline unions got isolated, frontline workers got isolated, particularly in the health sector, and the numbers didn't add up in the end. And so it was a divide and conquer. There was a bit of bribery with the 300 million honeypot and buying off unions and side deals, and then there was threatening at the end, which didn't work either. So I think they should go back to the negotiating table and negotiate in good faith a proper deal.
Pat Rabbit said today that